Hello everyone. Welcome to the second part of population dynamics. We left with net migration in last video. We are continuing from there. So to continue this, after net migration, our topic is factors affecting size of population, and the factors are classified into four categories: economic factors, social or cultural factors, demographic factors, and political factors, right? Now, as you can see in the slide, economic factors, how they can cause change in the size of population. So high fertility in LDCs, children are economic asset, cost of child dependency is higher in MEDCs, average age of marriages. All these factors we have already discussed in the causes of overpopulation and underpopulation. Political government policies to change the rate of population growth, like you can name some countries like China and Russia. And there are a lot of countries where population policies are existing, which mean to affect the population growth rate, maybe to positive level or maybe to the negative level. Then demographic, high infant mortality tend to have more children to compensate. This is connected to the child labor issue. Then social and cultural, traditional demand of high reproduction leading to the social and cultural belief system in some of the societies. Low female literacy, poor knowledge of birth control, poor social awareness, and religious belief system. So all of these factors which are written over here, these are the main causes. So if you look at the causes of overpopulation and underpopulation, these are the reasons behind bring a change in the size of the population. Now HIV/AIDS. There is a small topic given in population dynamics. This is considered as one of the cause of high mortality rate in some parts of the world, right? So if you look at the statistics of the HIV/AIDS, mostly sub-Saharan Africa and some part of Asia, also some part of Europe, is majorly affected by HIV/AIDS. Sub-Saharan Africa, around 69% population. I'm not talking about the entire Africa, only Sub-Saharan Africa means the countries which are located in and around the Sahara Desert. So 69% population is affected by HIV/AIDS, and in 2011, around 2.5 new cases were registered. 2.5 million new cases were registered in 2011. And now the cases of HIV/AIDS has started increasing in Middle East. Okay, and the reason behind this is migration. Because if you look at the world map, you'll find that Africa, Northern Africa is connected to the Middle East. So there is a direct connectivity between Northern Africa and Middle East. So this is the result of migration, right? People who are migrating from Africa to Middle East, some people who are affected, they are considered as a cause behind the spread of HIV/AIDS cases in Middle East. Okay. Now in this topic, there could be two ways the questions could be asked. The questions could be on reasons behind HIV/AIDS, and there could be questions on the consequences and impact, right? Now, if you look at the reasons behind the HIV/AIDS, is definitely poverty and social instability, the major reason responsible behind the spread of HIV/AIDS. There are a lot of cases which are spreading through STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. This is one of the example. HIV/AIDS is one of the example of STDs. The status of women is very low in the society. They are not educated. Literacy level is very low, and that is also affecting these women to get more positive for HIV/AIDS. There are a lot of sexual violence cases in the African continent and also in some other parts of the world. Because of this also, this is spreading very fast. Heavy migration after the Industrial Revolution, the world has sought a lot of people migrating from one place to another place, which is also responsible for spreading the cases of the HIV/AIDS. and last region is political instability. Okay, in the Central Asian countries as well as in the African countries, Central African countries, you will find that there are more political instability exists, and that's why it is connected with the spread of HIV/AIDS cases. Okay, now if we look at the consequences and impact, if there are more population which is HIV positive, what will happen? So definitely the HIV positive status will lead to the shortage of labor. This is one of the major consequences. Shortage of labor or lack of labor supply. The dependency ratio will increase. If younger population is getting this disease and if they are dying, then definitely the dependency ratio will increase. Also, it will lead to poor education, unawareness, which may cause deaths, right? Because if a lot of people are dying in a country, it means that the economic and the educational development of the society or the country will be hampered. And it will create a vicious cycle of poverty. The poverty will continuously move in the area because a lot of people are positive, HIV positive, and a lot of people are dying also, means that mortality rate has increased, and which has created a burden on the government as well as the families. And also infant mortality rate may increase, and there are cases where this actually has increased because the HIV is being passed from mother to the child. So newborn babies are also being tested positive of HIV/AIDS. Why? Because the disease has passed. And this happened when there is low level of awareness, poor medical system exists in a country, and education level is very low. Right? Now let us look at some of the questions. After discussing the entire topic, population dynamics, what kind of questions can be asked and what kind of standard quality answers we can provide to have better marking in the exams. Okay, so let us look at some of the questions. So now if you will refer to the slide, there are some practice questions based on a table given, right? Now if you look at the table, there are two countries, Ireland and Nigeria. And on the basis of this table, there are 4 questions. The questions are carrying 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark and 4 mark, right? So there are 4 questions given. Now if you look at the question number 1, it says that Ireland has a birth rate of 14.4. What is mean by this? So this is simple, right? This kind of questions, 1 marks, is simple to answer. But where most of the students do mistakes, you will write that it means that if you are writing this, the answer number 1, answer 1, you are going to write that it means that 14.4 people are born. Okay, now 14.4 people are born. That is right. But if you have not include this, 14.4 people are born per 1000 population, then you may not be getting full marks if you have missed out this information. Okay, so here this is an important part of your answer. You have to include this. This is easy to identify. Ireland has a birth rate of 14.4. What is mean by this? You have written that it means that 14.4 people are born, right? Or the birth rate is 14.4. But if you have not included per 1000 population, if you have not written this way, your answer like 14.4 people are born per 1000 population, then you may not be able to get 1 mark. So this is an important part of your answer, right? Simple questions. It could be on death rate also. So whatever the number is given, you can simply write that it means that whatever the number is there, you can write that it means that this many people are have died in a country per 1000 population. So birth rate and death rate, when we are indirectly describing birth rate and death rate, this is an important unit need to be mentioned in your answer to get full marks. Otherwise you may not be getting full marks. So per 1000 population has to be mentioned in your answer. Look at the question number 2. Calculate the natural population growth rate of Nigeria. Now, to calculate the natural population growth rate of Nigeria, answer number 2. So, you have to include like population growth rate. It should begin. You have to write these things, that population growth rate is equal to, first of all, put up the formula. Formula is birth rate minus death rate. Right, now put up the data. So what is been given for Nigeria? Now Nigeria birth rate is 37.2 minus 16.9. Right, your answer is going to be 20.3. But still this answer is not complete answer. You have to write down over here that 20.3 per 1000. This has to be there. Again, this is very important to mention in your answer. If you are not mentioning 20, you have mentioned 20.3, then you are getting, this is a 2-mark question, so you are getting 1 mark over here. 1 mark is given. You have mentioned birth rate and birth rate minus death rate, and you have put up the data also, 37.2 minus 16.9. So your process is right, you are getting 1 mark. Your final answer is also correct, but you have missed per 1000. You have not mentioned per 1000. It means that here you are not going to get 1 mark. But if you have written 20.3 per 1000, you are getting 1 mark over here. So total number of marks you are getting 2 out of 2. Right? Now let us look at question number 3. The question number 3 is explain why there are low death rates in MEDCs such as Ireland. Again, read the question. What it says, explain why there are low death rates in MEDCs such as Ireland. Okay. Now, if you look at this question, you will notice that the question is beginning with this, explain why. It means that you need to give in answer number 3, first of all, find out ideas. Okay, this is a 3-mark question, so minimum 3 ideas has to be there, right? And then this idea need to be described, right? Description of first idea, description of second idea, and description of third idea. So your idea and explanation has to be there in the answer. Okay, now let us look at the standard answer of this question. Again, reading the question, explain why there are low death rates in MEDCs such as Ireland. So the question is asking us to look at the country why there is low death rate. Okay, and the state of country is MEDC. Definitely MEDCs have low death rate, right? So this is the point. Okay, low death rate in MEDCs. Now we have to look at what does it mean, why the country has low death rate. Definitely it is an MEDC, so death rate is going to be low. But generally if you look at the rich countries or MEDCs, what they do to keep their death rate very low, right? So this is connected to directly to the good health care. If the country has good health care, then definitely the death rate is going to be affected negatively. There is going to be low death rate. Okay. If there is good sanitation available, good sanitation and hygiene, the level of sanitation and hygiene is good, so definitely it will also affect the death rate will remain low. If there is access to food supply and access to water, access to clean water will also lead to have low death rate in the country. Okay, there are a lot of cures available for many diseases. Cures for diseases are available in the country. Also, the level awareness and education, the level of awareness and education is high. Both of these are higher in the country, which will lead to the low death rate. Okay, Old population is not dying so early because availability of pension and basic facility. Availability of pension and basic facilities. Okay, now here if you look at this, all these topics which we have mentioned, good healthcare means what? So good healthcare means better medical system is available, highly developed institutions are there, hospitals are there, better doctors and nurses are available, so the death rate is going to be low. The level of sanitation and hygiene is good in the country because it is already MEDC, so they will definitely have worked out sanitation and hygiene problems, so the condition is good. That's why the death rate is going to be low. Excess of food supply and clean water, because they are also responsible, food and water both are responsible to increase mortality rate in a country, but in MEDCs they do have good excess, so their death rate is going to be low. Cures for diseases, again it is connected to the advanced medical system, that the country has lot of medicines available and there are highly trained institutes and doctors which can cure many of the diseases, so death rate is going to be low, right? Awareness and education about the reasons behind high death rate, so people are aware about this, government organizations and other non-government organizations are working properly to keep the death rate low. And availability of pension and basic facilities to the old population, this will also directly affect the death rate, so death rate will remain low. Now out of all these, this is a 3-mark question, you don't need to mention all these ideas, you need to mention any 3. Okay, it depends on you that what you are selecting, either this and this, right? Any 3 ideas you have to select and that idea need to be described. You are writing about good healthcare, you have to describe this point. If you are writing about good sanitation, you have to describe this point connecting to the low death rate, that how good sanitation and hygiene will keep the population, death rate low in a country, right? So ideas, first of all mention the idea and then describe each and every idea in shorter format, because the question is asking you to explain why. Wherever you are getting this kind of questions, you have to mention the idea and provide explanation of each and every idea. Now let us look at the last question. This is also the same question like third one. Explain why there are high birth rates in LEDCs such as Nigeria. So Nigeria is an LEDC and it has a problem of having high birth rate, right? So the question is simple. Why high birth rate in LEDC? Okay, whether it is Nigeria or any other country, LEDCs do have high birth rate, that we have already learned in previous video, right? So we have to find out reasons. Again, the question is asking you to explain. It means that you need to find out idea and each and every idea need to be described. Okay, so how birth rate, what will affect the birth rate? What will keep birth rate so high in a country? So as we have discussed earlier, the people are not educated about the use of contraceptives. Very important point, right? The country may have the system of early marriages, right? Looking at this early marriages, we have already discussed this topic also. People are not aware about lack of awareness. It could be written as lack of awareness for family planning. Very important point. Lack of awareness for family planning. Also, if you recall the previous video, child labor in LEDCs, this is one of the major problem. Okay, the state of women is not working women, right? Or there is lot of uneducated society. Uneducated society, so awareness is going to be low. also religious belief, and there might be no pension to old population. Now see here, this is a 4-mark question. So what you need to have, you need to identify any 4 ideas, right? If you see here, not educated about the use of contraceptives, directly if contraceptives are not used, birth rate is going to be high. Early marriages, we have already discussed in previous video that how early marriages are going to lead the birth rate. So birth rate is going to be high. Lack of awareness for family planning, people are not aware about family planning, definitely the birth rate is going to be high. If pensions are not given, there is no one to take care of the old population, again the belief system will change where population will demand more number of children. Why? Because they do take care of the old population, because government is not taking responsibility to take care of the old population, so it will be the responsibility of the family. They need to have more number of children. Religious belief, some religions and there are some culture, society is believing in a system which can be considered as orthodox type of system, where more number of children are expected in a family. Okay, if the society is uneducated, awareness program will not be there, people might not be aware about the consequences of having high number of children, definitely the population will the country will have high birth rate. Okay, if the women is not working, definitely the the birth rate is going to be high, and child labor. So out of all these ideas which are mentioned over here, you have to just select any 4. Okay, you can select any 4 ideas you can select, and you can describe these 4 ideas to get full marks. So 3-mark question, 3 ideas, and 4-mark question, 4 ideas are required in a standard quality answer. Okay, but here what we are doing, we are finding out some standard quality terminologies which need to be used in answer to get full marks, right? So here we have completed population dynamics, we have done question practice also. In next coming video, I am going to come with a new topic, that is demographic transition model, and we will find out some questions, some conceptual understanding in the next video. Till then, have a nice day. Bye bye.